Oh shit! I forget how I intro this fucking show. What the hell's wrong with me? All right, I think I'm good. I'm good.
Welcome to the Dad's Downtime Taking and Drinking podcast.
Yeah.
I am your host, Steve Bassett, with these two fucking assheads, Dave Stanley, and some guy that's eating popcorn thinking he's hot shit.
Right.
Goes well, it
happens.
Topic.
It happens. Well, since Steve is driving this bus today, we're go ahead, Steve. Drive the bus. You've already introed it. You've introed it.
Right, now you gotta keep going.
Oh, are we actually
still
going?
Yeah,
go,
man. What are you doing?
So,
all right, guys, start it.
All right, so welcome to the show, everybody. Like and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, at Dad's Downtime. Dave, let's start. Let's kick it off. What are you drinking today?
I'm drinking myself a Shiner Oktoberfest. It's decent. It's not a great Oktoberfest, but it's, gets the job done. It's that time of the year.
I have not had any Oktoberfest yet this year, so I really need to start upping my game.
Yeah, me either.
I've had some crappy ones so far.
I had some really bad ones last year. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, terrible. Tyler, what about you? What are you drinking?
I am, in lieu of coronavirus spiking back up again, I am drinking a Corona with lime.
With extra virus.
With extra virus, so I can
Delta variant.
I'll get that nice little 2-week break from work or something. Who knows?
Man, that shit's no joke. My sister-in-law's been out of work for like 2 weeks because she had the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, which was the weakest of the weakest of the vaccines.
Well, that's the worst one to get too because of the blood clot and shit. So.
Mm-hmm. And she's been dealing with Delta variant for the past 2 weeks, if not longer.
That's rough, man.
Yep. So hearts go out to her.
Yeah. All right. Aside from all the depressing news and
Steve, what are you drinking?
Steve, what are you drinking?
I am drinking End All Hazy IPA from Solemn Oath.
I like hazies. Hazies are tasty.
Good brewery.
Yeah, good brewery. Not a bad beer. I mean, you know what? It's pretty
local
pretty clean.
It's a local brewery for you.
Yes, it is. So
it's over in Downers Grove, I believe.
Something like that.
Naperville, Downers Grove. I've been there before.
I have not, but I've had plenty of their beers. So
pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. So what is it that we want to talk about today, boys? Any topics jump to mind?
Well,
Well, I mean, we've got a new show that we're recording this week. That show is called
more.
Yes, that show is going to be called Movie Glue. And basic synopsis of that show will be essentially 6 degrees of separation. We are going to start
Kevin Bacon.
Shut up, Steve. We're going to start with Office Space because it's a movie I have not seen yet, and Steve won't get off my back about it.
Rightfully so, too. It's a good embarrassment that you haven't seen it.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway, so from there, we've already determined that Tyler will pick the second movie, and the basic rules are...
I want to revote.
He has to pick a movie using one of the actors from Office Space. And as we go further down the road, or down the line...
actress?
Actors.
Either one.
Shut the fuck up, Steve. We cannot reuse an actor or actress like Steve.
Or
director.
You said, right? At least initially.
Yeah. So we can't pick the same. The same director cannot come up for, I think it was 3
full
or
cycle,
4.
Right? A full cycle almost, so pretty much
3 weeks, I believe, or 4 weeks actually. Because if I picked a Tarantino movie, the next person that could pick a Tarantino movie would be Tyler on his second, on his
run through. Yeah. Okay.
Right. So that's a basic synopsis. Like I said, we're going to be doing Office Space this week. And
when that comes out, Dave?
I don't know when it's coming out yet. We're going to record it Thursday, but hopefully we can get it out by the weekend or early the following week. I'm not sure what my editing timeline is going to be looking like. But yeah, so on that note, I've apparently taken over the steering wheel from Steve.
He's a terrible driver anyways.
He is. He's awful on this shit show of a bus. What are some of you guys' favorite movie genres or TV genres?
Steve, I'll let you go first on this one. But
Oh, me? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So for me personally, I like to be a bit of a goofball. So I like to watch comedies. Pretty much I would say that would be my top. So we go comedies, and then I think I would go action. Anything with Schwarzenegger, I'm there for. Liam Neeson, all the Taken movies. But in terms of comedies, I'm looking at anything pretty much with Will Ferrell, Vince Vaughn, Owen Wilson, Ben Stiller. So I mean, we're looking at
The
Anchorman.
oldies, not so much the new style comedy. You think?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Because I mean, like, if you look at even like someone like Adam Sandler, like his old stuff was great. Like Happy Gilmore and everything like that. But
Wedding
then
Singer.
a lot of. So I haven't seen that one.
Oh, it's so funny.
But like, a lot of that stuff from like maybe the early 2000s, 90s, and things like that have been good. And anything kind of beyond that, I mean, I guess it just depends on the actor and everything.
So we're talking as far as like Adam Sandler's concerned, like Big Daddy, Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, his old school,
classics.
Steve, Steve
anger
would be.
management.
I would say Steve would be an anger management kind of person.
Yeah, anger management. That's a good one though. So
it is.
It is a good one. Jack Nicholson, boy, did he really piss me off in that movie.
Again, what doesn't piss you off, Steve?
Well, that's fair.
Exactly my point.
Gotta do the Goose Frobot and then start singing "I Am So Pretty."
I am pretty.
Yeah.
So pretty.
That's the one.
Very, very false.
I am incredibly attracted to him. Sorry.
So you guys obviously know me. I'm generally the first to crack a joke about something.
What's your name? Who are you, Dave?
What?
I said, what's your name? Who are you, Dave?
Yeah, what? I don't have a name. No, I'm generally the first to crack a joke about something that probably shouldn't be joked about. Believe it or not, comedies. Humor. Yeah, dark is one way to put it. Comedies not high on my list,
which is odd.
Yeah, very odd. I'm very much into dramas and suspense thrillers. I can't really name any off the top of my head, but I don't even get into sci-fi that much. Despite being a very technological person, I like movies where people have emotions and stuff like that, like
real life kind of stuff, relatable.
Yeah, that's gross.
That's gross.
Dude. That's gross. Ew.
Steve, shut up.
Well, it's nice to watch characters that you can relate to or that might be going through similar situations and stuff like that, because it's...
everybody out there, Dave likes The Notebook.
I had never seen The Notebook.
The Notebook's actually... You can make fun of that movie, but there are some points in that movie that are great, so...
I've never seen it, so
it's a solid movie. It's not great, but it's solid.
Like the movie The Room and Gone Girl, those are both really good.
Ooh, Gone Girl's good.
A few weeks ago, Sarah and I watched The Life of Pi.
Oh, yep. That's the one with the boy trapped on a raft with a tiger, right?
Yeah, so I didn't have a lot of interest in watching that, but Sarah's been wanting to watch. It's like, you know what? Fine, I'll bite the bullet. Yeah, I'll bite the bullet. You get to pick this movie, but next time we watch a movie, we get to watch what I want. You can't object. And it ended up being a fantastic movie. Gosh, why is
speaking of kind of like, emotional kind of based movies and everything, one of my favorites that I haven't seen in a while, it's been years, and it's something that I just like, honestly, it'll almost bring a tear to my eye periodically too. Not even gonna lie. October Sky. Have any of you guys heard of it or seen it?
October Sky is good. That's early.
That's early
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal. I was trying to figure out.
And man, it's just, my God, is that like you want something that like, pulls on the heartstrings?
A lot of people in that movie.
Yeah, I can't recall the name. I can't recall the name of Jake's dad in that movie, but that guy is a damn good actor too.
Give me 1 second, actually,
I can pull it up.
But it's like that movie in particular for me. Like I want to say it was my Dude, it was 7th or 8th grade year in school science class, and
Chris
we watched
Cooper.
that in school. Chris Cooper, yes. Oh
Chris
my God,
Cooper's
he is a great actor. But I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal for me is like one of my favorite actors. Like that guy he brings it. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is another one of mine that just bring it every time like they're in anything. But like going back to October Sky real quick, it's like I saw that back in like one of my high school science classes, maybe my physics class or something. I don't remember. Because I think we did rockets one, that year, and it was pretty cool. It's the only time I've ever launched, a model rocket, and we did it in school, and we had that movie to watch, and it was like, wow, this is a damn good movie. And ever since then, it's like I tried to watch it. I wanted to buy it at some point. I never got around to buying it, and but I've seen it a handful of times, and it's just one of those movies that it's like, boy, if I see it on TV or something. Dave, like we've talked about in the past, where it's like a movie, a certain movie, like I think you said The Martian or something comes on. It's like no matter what the hell you're doing, it's almost kind of one of those movies where it's just like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna drop everything and watch this. October Sky is like that type of movie for me. It's like I have to watch that movie.
I'm that way with Good Will Hunting.
Never seen
that. Never seen it.
I think Sarah watched it. I've never seen it though.
I haven't seen The Martian either.
Oh my God. This movie glue thing is going to be terrific because there are like the fact that neither of you have seen Good Will Hunting, which is by far Matt Damon's absolute best movie I think ever made.
Who?
Matt Damon. Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Hey, I mean, if you're going to call him out, you got to call him out the right way. Dude.
That's true. Okay, but still, you've got a lot of actors. You got Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Robin Williams. There are a bunch of people in that movie.
I think Sarah watched Good Will Hunting around the time that Robin Williams passed away.
That makes it hit so much harder because he has some really good dialogue in that movie.
Speaking of Matt Damon, I think Tyler, you said that you've seen this. I don't think Steve has. Rounders.
Oh,
I don't even know what that is.
Ed Norton, Matt Damon. Oh my gosh, that is a great movie. John Malkovich.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a ton of people in that movie. That's a good one.
That movie is. Gosh, there's a lot of movies I hope we come across.
Oh yeah, yeah. Matt Damon is always one that I love to dive into his early stuff. His early stuff is fantastic. I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of his newer stuff, so I can't speak to that.
I know I talked to Steve about this the other day. The Revenant. I haven't seen the movie.
Oh yeah.
So I plan on watching it soon. Regardless.
Leo.
Sarah and I
finally gave him what he deserved for 20 years.
No kidding.
Come on.
Martin Scorsese
Sarah and I just started reading the book. And the book is fantastic.
Yeah, because Hugh Glass the shit that he went through is insane.
Oh, like there's a part in the book where and I don't know if it's in the movie, but there's a part in the book where he crawls for a month straight to
you won't see that in the movie so much.
All right. Well,
they shorten it. They shorten it a lot.
Sure, but basically he ends up crawling for weeks straight just to gain some ground.
Yeah.
On his from where he is.
Yeah.
And he needs food, and he sets some fall traps or deadfalls.
Yep.
And it's this dude's in pain. He's got these wounds
literally
that are
dying.
Yeah,
is this after the bear attack?
Yeah, he's on his own at this point.
Okay.
And he ends up setting a deadfall, and one of them didn't get tripped. The other one had nothing in it. He gets to the third one and immediately gets sprayed in the face by a skunk.
Yep.
It's fucking hell.
The dude goes through hell. I mean, like his story is insane. So the fact that they paid homage to him and made a really good movie. I don't know if it's so much. There are some points in that movie that are hyper unrealistic, but for the most part, they do some really cool things in that movie.
Looking at some of these actors, I am excited about this movie. You've got Tom Hardy as John Fitzgerald.
We're still talking about The Revenant?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I love Tom Hardy as an actor. But
But you have a bias because of Venom.
Yeah, but I mean, I've loved Tom Hardy for long. I mean, I'm going to go back to shit. Why can't I think of it? Where it's in. I literally had it on my mind. It's on my tongue. It's the dream within a dream within a dream within a dream type.
Oh, Inception.
Inception.
Yeah, that's a good Leo movie too.
That's another one with
of course
Gordon-Levitt.
And like seriously, he's one of my favorite actors of all time.
There's
How does Leo not win an Oscar or Academy Award? What was it? An Academy Award, right, or whatever it is that he didn't win?
Oscar. He didn't win an Oscar
for some of those other movies. He won it for Revenant, and I'll be honest with you, Revenant's a great movie, but I would say it's definitely one of his weaker movies. You know what I mean?
Really?
Maybe there's stuff he had to go through, but it's like there was very little dialogue, if I recall.
I think part of it
should have won it for Inception. He should have won it for Inception or Shutter Island. Come on.
So I'm gonna say I think a part of it is because of fans. I think fans influenced a lot of what happened that year for the Oscars.
He was supposed to get that 20 years ago.
Well, I mean, you got to think
he's one of the best actors of all time.
He's worked a dozen, I think, or so movies with Martin Scorsese, and by far, Martin Scorsese is one of the best film directors in history. His visuals, his storytelling, the character building, he is very, very good at what he does as far as directing and conveying emotion and stuff like that. So you've got movies like Wolf of Wall Street. You've got movies like
I did not win it for that.
So
I did not win it for Wolf of Wall Street.
The Revenant's not even a Martin Scorsese movie. That's an indie director movie that some dude from left field came out and he was like, hey, let's make this cool movie about this famous explorer that happened hundreds of years ago. But the cool thing about The Revenant, my favorite thing about The Revenant, is pay attention to the lighting. Every moment in that movie is shot with natural light. It's not shot with artificial light. They don't shoot anything with artificial lighting in that movie. So the lighting is real and it's intense and it just feels, I don't know, it feels like you're there. And so that's why I like The Revenant so much, is that it's just the way that that guy directed that movie. I forget what his name is. He's like I think he's Spanish or something like that.
It's a great movie.
But it was a fantastic movie, and all of the actors did a fantastic job with their roles. Even Leo, who didn't have a whole lot of talking lines, still portrayed that visceral emotion that he was going through.
But it's just, I really feel like he should have gotten it for, I mean, like you said, Wolf of Wall Street. I totally forgot about that movie. That's such a good movie.
There's a reason he didn't. Real quick, there's a reason he didn't win those other years. So I'm on IMDb and I'm looking at the years that and the movies that he got nominated for either a Best Actor or Best Supporting Actor. 1994, What's Eating Gilbert Grape was his first nomination, which he was fantastic in that movie. Like, that's an amazing movie.
I haven't seen it.
He was a supporting actor, and in that one.
Yeah, because Johnny Depp was the lead in that one, I think.
Yeah. So let me pull that up. And that one, supporting actor, you know why he didn't win it?
Talk shit about Johnny Depp.
The reason Leonardo DiCaprio didn't win it is because he lost out to Tommy Lee Jones in The Fugitive.
The Fugitive is a good movie.
Right. It's just the timing on all these, and then
yeah, he's up against some real heavy hitting actors whenever he's going up against.
2014, he lost. For Wolf of Wall Street, he lost to Chiwetel Ejiofor, and this guy didn't even win. So he was from 12 Years a Slave, Christian Bale in American Hustle, and then the winner that year, Matthew McConaughey in Dallas Buyers Club.
Which was a fantastic
movie.
I haven't seen the movie. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen the movie. I love Matthew McConaughey, but sorry, Wolf of Wall Street, Leonardo DiCaprio did just a stellar, killer job.
You gotta watch Dallas Buyers Club because McConaughey was phenomenal.
And the funny thing is, Matthew McConaughey was in Wolf of Wall Street.
Yep.
Let's see. 2007, DiCaprio was up for Best Actor in Blood Diamond. He loses out to Forrest Whitaker in The Last King of Scotland.
Yeah, see, he's always gone against like.
I haven't seen that either. Or how
about Forrest Whitaker's a damn good actor.
Hell of an actor, yeah.
But I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio is a hell of an actor too.
2005, he lost. He was up for The Aviator, Best Actor. So the three other runner-ups: Don Cheadle in Hotel Rwanda, Johnny Depp Finding Neverland, Clint Eastwood $1 Million Baby, and the winner, Jamie Foxx from Ray.
Ray was
I haven't seen it, but just like
monumental for the Ray Charles.
And then 2020, he loses out for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Which I really didn't like that movie that much anyway.
I didn't see it. That was the one with Brad Pitt, Daniel Craig, right? Brad Pitt, Daniel Craig were in that? Or?
It was Brad Pitt for sure and Leo. Yeah. I don't remember who else is in it, but I wasn't a huge fan.
I wanted to see that movie. I never did.
He ends up losing that one to Joaquin Phoenix in The Joker.
Right, and everybody knows how big that movie was. So
the problem is, the problem isn't DiCaprio's work at all. Like he should be winning these.
He's been hosed.
He's just gotten nominated all the wrong years.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
Any other years, those movies, like his roles blow.
It's like every time he thinks he's probably making some monumental movie that's win him an Oscar, somebody swoops in and is like, "Hey, have you heard about this movie that's coming out?" And he's like, "Shit."
I mean, I felt so bad for him. I'm happy, but like I said, I don't think The Revenant in all his work that he's done was the one that deserves to be. I mean, you're gonna look back 30 years in the future and be like, okay, Leo won one Academy Award or an Oscar or whatever the hell you said it was, and you look at the movie, it's like, okay, let's watch this movie and let's watch his other work. I'm like, what?
Okay, so
what? The year that Leo won his what
was he going
Oscar,
against?
He beat out Bryan Cranston in Trumbo. Not sure what that movie was. Eddie Redmayne from The Danish Girl, Michael Fassbender from Steve Jobs, and Matt Damon from The Martian. So
I mean, his competition would have been Matt Damon. I've not seen The Martian. Right. Obviously, Dave, you've said it's an incredibly good movie. The thing is, he had no competition that year.
Exactly. That was the weakest. That was the weakest lineup he had to go against. The other
not to say that Michael Fassbender isn't a great actor, not to say that Matt Damon's. Michael Fassbender. Have you not watched the Michael Fassbender? I don't know if you've seen any of the newer X-Men movies, but he plays the younger Magneto.
Yeah. He was in Prometheus.
He's been in a lot of movies.
Okay.
Michael Fassbender is a fantastic actor.
Oh wait, in relation to Steve Jobs, I thought Ashton Kutcher played Steve Jobs.
No, that was a different biopic.
Different movie, yeah.
Biopic or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, different movie.
There's a movie.
Yeah.
Okay. There's two movies separate for Steve Jobs.
Yeah, there were two
Ashton Kutcher and the.
How was the Ashton Kutcher one?
I haven't seen any of them.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was solid.
I like Ashton Kutcher, so.
Yeah, no, he's a fantastic actor too.
He's a great actor.
I mean, he's an incredible person in general.
Yeah,
like, look at what that man's done in his life.
That's actually what I've heard.
Poor choice in baseball team.
Well,
Dodgers. I mean,
no, he grew up a Cubs fan. He's from Iowa.
Yeah,
I've seen him repping Dodgers stuff, but okay, so he's a Cubs fan.
I mean, he's in LA now, but but yeah, he grew up a Cubs fan and a Bears fan.
Yep.
You know what?
I loved Chicago sporty.
I loved him for That 70s Show because when I was growing up, that was like my show. That 70s Show was like the absolute shit. I loved him. I mean, how can you not love any of those actors?
Danny Masterson, even after the lawsuits and everything.
But Topher Grace was like Topher Grace and Ashton Kutcher were like my top two. Yeah. And boy, Danny. I mean,
the ranch was fantastic.
Ranch was great. Yeah.
Who's his dad?
It got repetitive though.
That guy was
Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott's a fantastic actor.
He is dude. He's like just one of those guys. Like, man, I don't want to fuck with this guy. This guy will like kill me three ways a Sunday.
He's a classic Western actor.
Yeah.
The great thing about Sam Elliott too, though. The great thing about The Ranch. The Ranch is this comedy-driven show. It's meant to be comedic, but it hits the emotional part so good. Yeah. Like it smacks you right in the chest every time something happens.
Shortly after, it was like maybe like a season or two into The Ranch, Sarah and I turned on The Good Dinosaur. I'm not sure if James was
okay.
around.
Oh,
I don't know if
boy, that
James
was
was
such a
around
sad
yet.
movie, man.
I've not
It
ever
was very
seen it.
sad.
I'm not gonna lie. I've not ever
It's
seen
good.
The Good Dinosaur.
I know a lot of people can't stand that movie for some reason. I thought it was fine.
It made me tear up in the theater. I'm not gonna lie.
But there's a point where Arlo, the Good Dinosaur, ends up with some T-Rexes that are ranchers. And the second I heard the dad T-Rex
You
talk,
knew
I was
right
like,
off the bat.
oh my fucking God, that's got to be Sam Elliott.
Well, he's got a very
Very
prominent
distinct
voice. I mean,
yeah.
you're gonna know when it's him.
Even after watching the Office Space yesterday, John C. McGinley, like I was expecting like a different like angle of like a voice or like approach to the role. No, it's the same fucking guy from Scrubs, plain and simple.
He is literally the same person in almost every movie he's ever been in, and he's hysterical and all.
Oh, Dave, I thought you haven't seen that yet. That you haven't seen.
I watched it yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Trust me, Steve. There's plenty of movies that you have given us today that you have not seen that you should have seen.
That's true.
I know.
So to get on my ass,
both of you for Good Will Hunting. I can't believe that.
But for Steve to get on my ass for a comedy movie like that,
Dave, the reason I got on your ass for that is because you and I worked. You and I worked in an office with cubicles. Office Space is all about that shit. So fuck off, dude.
Yeah,
that's
literally
exactly the shit.
I want to talk about that. I really want to talk about that movie, but I want to hold it until we reach.
Yeah, we need to hold it till Thursday.
Movie
sure. So everybody
if
out
anyone
there,
else wants
real quick plug. Make sure you check out when we, like Dave said, Thursday we're going to be recording Movie Glue. Look for that in the upcoming week or so. When we release that, it's going to be a really, really good episode.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I realize now that we're, 25, 30 minutes into this dang episode.
Yeah.
That we talked about everybody's favorite movies, but mine. Thanks,
yeah, because Tyler, we don't give a fuck because you're just going to get canceled again like any other TV
show. So Dave, how's your day been going?
My day's been all right. We went and picked up Sarah's wedding ring from the jeweler today. She was getting it repaired. Tyler, what is your favorite?
Go on,
bitches.
I don't know that genre.
Anyway,
I would love to know it though. Let me know.
I watch everything, honestly.
That's what we fucking ask you, asshole.
Right.
Yeah.
But point is, I do have favorites. So I'm right there on board with the Dave with the suspense thrillers. I'll tell you what, I watched Reminiscence last night, which was that new Hugh Jackman suspense thriller on HBO Max.
I heard about that. I just saw a trailer for that. That looks really good.
It's a solid movie.
It's good.
It's a slow burn. It really is. It takes a minute. Like you probably get
like
about
Joker, kind of like Joker, where it just builds up, right? Does it build up or no?
Not quite. So the weird thing about Reminiscence is the premise of the movie entirely is just weird. So you never really know what's actually happening and what's actually happening over here. Like it's really hard to grasp the movie for probably like the first 45 to 50 minutes because the world building and what they're doing, there's a lot going on. And so it's hard to kind of keep focus on what exactly is going on. But anyways, it's a good movie though. You get about 45 to 50 minutes in and it starts to really kick up. You start to notice that there is going to be some action in this movie. There's going to be some intense moments. And there are some twists and turns throughout the movie. Some really good story twists and turns.
Okay.
But the movie, I'm going to say, I don't want to give away too much because if we ever get to a point where we get to Hugh Jackman or like Thandie Newton or anybody that's in the movie, I don't want to, go into Movie Glue and not have enough to talk about for that. If I'm going to rate it though, on Hugh Jackman's scale, it's definitely one of his lower movies.
Really? Whoa.
Yeah. Okay. But not anything against him.
Actor. No,
not anything against him. Like he did fantastic in the movie, and everybody did fantastic in the movie. But the movie is just that kind of way. You know what I mean? Like every once in a while, a really good actor, a really good cast gets into this movie, and sometimes it's just weirdly executed. It's not that it was a bad movie, and it's not that it was trying to think of the right word for it. It's not like it took away from what they were trying to go for, but for some reason it just didn't feel like it hit. You know what I mean? It's like it hovers like right around that moment where it's really gonna connect with you, and then it just kind of pulls away, and it's like, man, I really wanted to like this movie all the way through, but there's just something about the movie that just didn't sit right with me. And but I still enjoyed the movie. Like it keeps you invested, it keeps you interested to find out what's going to happen or how it's going to happen. So good movie. But that's the way I feel with suspense thrillers for sure. Is like you get these movies that that have cool twists and turns and story beats and things like that, and that kind of stuff is what interests me as far as like as movies go. But I want a good story. In every movie that I watch, I want a good story. And that's the problem I get with, like, if I start diving into action and horror movies, is that sometimes they go strictly for those thrills. Like, you got horror movies that will only go for scares and not go for any good story points. Or you've got action movies that is nothing but gunplay or martial arts or whatever, and no decent story to drive it. John Wick was a huge one for me because it has you got both of those. You've got your good story beats, you've got this cool world building going on in the background, and then you've just got him being a complete badass throughout the entire, franchise.
Yeah, I don't know how I have not seen the second and third ones yet.
You have to watch them. They're good.
I know. I keep telling us. I've seen the first one like 3 or 4 times. With like I saw on my own once. Then after seeing it, it's like I was up in Wisconsin with my dad for a weekend. I was like, dude, you got to see this fucking movie. So we watched it up there, and I've seen it other times on my own. I don't think Sarah's seen any of them either, and she wants to. So I need to get on those again.
To go on a tangent, I know that you said Ben Stiller earlier.
Yeah,
Steve, I love Ben Stiller. My favorite Ben Stiller movie is one that no one, I think, really thinks about when they think of Ben Stiller, is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Want to see that?
That is by far, hands down, my favorite movie he has ever made.
I mean, that Tropic Thunder?
Because it's...
I watched that like a week or 2 ago.
Which one?
Tropic Thunder?
Oh, Tropic Thunder is something else.
That's
I haven't watched that movie in so long.
It's on HBO Max right now, I think.
I'll have to look at it.
Oh, man.
And it's been a long time.
I watched it 2 weeks ago. It's like, oh my god, this fucking movie.
It's terrible.
It's awesome.
It's awful.
It's an awful movie.
It's got Danny McBride in it. That makes it great.
You got Danny McBride. You've got Robert Downey Jr.
I don't care so much for Robert Downey Jr. He's kind of
really.
Yeah, he's kind of.
I like Downey. Well, I like Downey because of Marvel, so that's probably why. Yeah, that's probably why. But
they're making a Dodgeball 2?
What?
I wouldn't be surprised, knowing Vince Vaughn's kind of blown back up again. So,
like 20 years later, when was the first one brought out?
I don't know, but Ben Stiller is producing it.
What?
Yeah. The original was, where was this? 2004. Holy shit!
Yeah. A long time ago.
We're coming up to almost 20 years. Almost 20 years, boys. And that was a fantastic movie too.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
Dodgeball was awesome.
Oh, that was such a good movie. Oh, man.
There are a lot of people in that too. Golly.
Yeah.
That's a big cast.
That would be something that'd be easy to
just gonna throw this out there. Going from what's it called? Office Space.
Yep.
You could have made the connection to Dodgeball.
Yep. You can go to Dodgeball.
Gary Cole plays Cotton McKnight.
I ain't gonna say anything because I don't want to give anything away as far as what movie I'm thinking, but it could happen. It could still happen.
But that's one of the things I love about the concept of movie glue. Like, you can make those random ass jumps because that one role or that one actor just happens to be like a small role in another movie. It's like, oh my god, they're actually connected.
Yep. But
please stick around for that, guys. Everybody, that'll be a very, very good series in the future.
Yeah, that'll be fun. We want to see how far we can make it without
Yeah,
running out
without
of
overlapping
connections.
or running out. Yeah, exactly.
I don't think we'll ever have to.
We should never
Billions of
run
movies.
out. We
Well,
should
that would be
theoretically never run out.
I mean, we should then. I guess that comes down to if we really think about it the right way,
Yeah.
we should be able to continuously keep it going. But I
What's
mean,
what's gonna be fun with it is that like we're gonna blow through a lot of big name actors pretty quick.
yeah.
Well,
But
it depends on how many side actors you end up using.
Right, but then we're gonna start running into like these like no name like B-level actors and probably gonna find some gems in there.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
Let's say you get to the movie Inception. Think about how many big name actors
Right.
are actually. I mean, you got Tom Hardy, you got Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I mean, and I can't really think of. But I mean, you got Leo. I mean, you got 3 Class
Oh yeah,
A
there's
actors, and you can just go to whatever with that. So
I think
it's crazy.
what's his name? Gillen. Can't think of it. He's in Peaky Blinders and The Quiet Place Part 2.
Haven't seen that.
He's in Inception. He's been in a lot of movies. He was Scarecrow in The Dark Knight.
Oh, okay.
I know
Steve.
what you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking about.
I do.
Side note, going to Map 5.
Yeah, I saw. I actually have it brought up right now. Saw that Empire crushed them in Consulate. So
What was it? What was the score on that one?
7-3.
There we go.
Yeah. So let's
Now they're
hope
going to
Villa. Hope Villa,
All right.
goes that way. But yeah,
Well, I think that's a good spot for us to wrap up. A lot of movie talk. We could probably talk for hours on movies,
We
just
could.
bullshitting.
Well,
And
that's what Movie Glue is meant for.
That's what Movie Glue is meant for. We want to find some gems that we have not seen, or at least some of us haven't seen.
Maybe bring you guys into some of the stuff that you've seen, or maybe give you an idea of what you'd want to see.
Recommend some movies that y'all can make connections for with these movies that we're watching, and
absolutely. Yeah, as always, give us a like, subscribe, rate, whatever it is.
Please.
Follow us on Twitter and on Facebook at That's Downtime. I know I haven't been on there much lately, but I'm going to be getting back to posting on there somewhat regularly. And keep an eye out for Movie Glue. That should be coming out within the next week-ish.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think that about wraps it up for us today. You guys got anything else?
Nope. Just thanks for the support. Love you guys, and look forward to seeing you guys in the next show.
Thank you guys so much.
Yep.
All right, see you guys.
Later.